Growing up was pretty hard at times. I'm the middle child, and I have an older sister and younger brother. So I was always like trying to live up to my sister's standards and then, my brother's. And my dad had a lot of anger because his childhood, he was raised with a father that was a raging alcoholic and a brother that was alcoholic. They ended up passing away before I was born, so I really never got to meet them. But my dad carried a lot of anger. Around 13 years old, we stopped going to church, and I started acting out on behaviors that weren't good. Using some marijuana and drinking and hanging out with the wrong crowd. At the age of 21, I ended up getting pregnant with my kid's father. I have 3 children to him. One's 15, 14, and 12. And they're all girls. And unfortunately, they reside with my parents because of my addiction and where it led me to. I had my last daughter at the age 26. I had postpartum depression with her. It was really severe to where I wanted to commit suicide. So I ended up an inpatient in the hospital for a week, trying to get me stable on medicine. That was challenging. I came home and I was still feeling the same way. So I started with opioids. And it just led me into a destruction path of hurting people, especially the ones I love the most. I overdosed several times, especially in my parents' house on the living room floor. 2 months later, I would have been dead if it wasn't for them taking me to the ER. I was so spiritually broken. I didn't have that relationship with God anymore. But it was hard because when I was clean, like I became clean, but I still wanted to die. And that was very scary for me. So I ended up using at the recovery house, and I overdosed. And I could feel my body dying. All I could do was cry and cry out to God and pray. And I fell asleep, and the next morning I woke up and I called the Women's Mission. They took me in right away, which was a blessing, and they showed me how to love myself and how to love others again and have a relationship with God. They loved on me, the staff, until I started loving myself and grew some, hope in my life. I was very hopeless and helpless when I came. I started going to therapy 5 days a week, mental health therapy, and it really helped me become mentally stable, and it helped me want to better my life, and it finally gave me some hope. They told me that if you find one person that believed in you, just keep a hold of that person. And I found my sponsor, and we've been together for 1.5 years now, and she taught me the woman I want to be. She taught me how to be humble, how to love, how to have compassion for myself, and she taught me how to live while not using drugs and alcohol. And she's a big blessing to me. The staff have helped me with a lot of issues that I had as far as like my family and reuniting with them. That was the hardest thing because there was a point where my kids didn't even want to talk to me, because of my addiction. I caused a lot of pain and a lot of damage, and but when they started reaching out, it made me feel better. It gave me a little bit more hope. I want to become a advocate for children, sexually abused, and I want to help them get through it. And I eventually want to have like a scholarship fund to go to their college. I don't know why God put it on my heart, but he did, and like that's my dream today. I'm really have my eyes open, and I'm following God's will, and it just makes life so much easier, and it makes me more comfortable within myself, and it makes me feel good. I just want to say thank you to Bethesda Women's Mission, and thank you for believing in me until I believed in myself, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to become a child of God and have that intimate relationship again, and just believed in me until I started having more faith and more hope, and that my pain is and feelings are valid, and I don't have to numb it today, and I have a voice today. I have dreams and goals, and I have a lot of knowledge and wisdom, and I definitely want to help women, in the future.